up for grabs. Some of the strongest gentlemen in New Zealand will take to the main stage as a part of your entertainment package here this weekend. We've got Jason heading out by himself to the eastern end of the arena. We're going to bring Johnny down this end. Also my cohort, my co-presenter for this particular event is Kevin. Kevin, how you doing, buddy? It's been an awesome day so far. Not much cloud in the sky and not enough to interrupt the performance of these fine helicopters.
Yeah, we've got pretty good flying conditions at the moment. It's not too much wind, good clear sky. So we should be able to put on a pretty good show for you. Hopefully this machine won't hit the deck, because this one's my one, the one that Johnny's flying here.
Check out this performance, folks. If you haven't seen one before, they're called 3D helicopters. And once it gets airborne, you'll see why. Performance capabilities are basically second to none. Kevin here is the expert. Kevin, step us through what it takes to get one of these things off the ground. How much does it cost, my friend?
Basically, you can start getting into helicopter flying for a few $100s if you want to get a really basic one. If you want a machine that will do this type of flying, you're looking at $1,500. If you're really serious about competition, like Johnny here, then the machine he's flying today is worth about $4,500.
How high do they go?
Basically, these machines will go as high and as far as you can see. The radio is capable of controlling the helicopter several miles away. But obviously you won't be able to see it that far, so generally we fly in a box a couple of 100 meters square.
So can you just, if you walked in off the street into a hobby hanger shop, can you buy one of these and fly them straight away? What's the best process in order to learn what to do?
They're not the sort of machine you're going to get out and fly on the same day. You do need to build them up from a kit, and we help people build them up. We offer training. A lot of people use a computer simulator to learn how to fly. We can also do what we call buddy boxing by hooking two radios together, and if you get into trouble we can flick a switch and take control of the helicopter and basically flip it back up the right way before you hit the deck.
So with regard to it, I also hear that one of those easier ways, I guess, with the buddy box is for you to be able to learn off a simulator.
Yeah, like I said before, yeah, the simulator is by far the cheapest and easiest way to learn. The computer programs you get nowadays are very, very good, very realistic, and if they save it from one crash, they pay for themselves, so it's definitely a good investment. Spend a couple $100 in the simulator, start learning to fly, then get out there and practice on the real thing.
And obviously it doesn't fly by itself. We've got one of the best in New Zealand here, Johnny.
Yeah, Jonathan Platt, the guy closest to me, is the current New Zealand 3D champion. He's in a little bit of a league of his own. Jason, flying on the left-hand side there, is a pretty good sort of a pilot as well. He's the president of the Helicopter SIG, which is a division of the NZMAA, and they control events and competitions for this type of flying.
That must take a lot of control to be able to perform it like that. It's amazing.
Yeah, the fly is obviously that close to the ground, upside down. It requires a lot of concentration. It's not the sort of thing you want to start trying to do on your first flight, that's for sure.
I heard next month you've got the New Zealand champs, the title, #1 titles up for grabs?
Yeah, the New Zealand champs are held every December, so that's up for grabs next month.
And normally I suppose it's normal practice not to use tar seal as your landing first choice?
Yeah, generally we'll take off from a grass paddock somewhere. If you hit the grass, things are still going to break, but yeah, generally it will sort of soften the impact a little bit. Luckily the motorbike guys have put a nice layer of rubber over here to help soak up some of the shock.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Johnny and for Jason, our two awesome pilots. They're bringing you the hobby hanger 3D helicopters this afternoon. Also to my cohort here, Kevin, thanks for filling us in with regard to what makes it out. How long have you been flying yourself?
I've been flying for maybe 5 or 6 years. Johnny here has actually only been flying for about 2.5 years, the same with Jason. He's obviously spent a bit more time than I get to fly, and he's progressed very quickly up to the top.
How cool is that, folks? Look how close he's got it to the ground. And it ain't going nowhere, but anywhere that he decides that it should be. And we are getting close to the third round of the Memphis Meltdown Strongman competition, folks, right here in the main arena.
Okay, Johnny's going to take the helicopter right up. He's going to switch the engine off or stick it onto an idle. He's going to do what we call an auto rotation. He's upside down at the moment. You'll see the smoke stop in a second. There it goes, the engine's on an idle now. He's coming down just using the weight of the helicopter, the wind blowing through the blades, and he'll come and land it gently in the middle with a bit of luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Johnny and Jason. How cool is that? That is way cool. Now kids, ask mum and dad for one of those, only $3,500 each. Mums and dads, sorry about that, but what a great gift.
Yeah, if anyone wants to know a bit more about them, we'll be just over by the tent for the next few minutes, so you can come and ask questions, have a closer look at the helicopters.
And our man over here by himself, Jason Green, current president of this wonderful federation. Thank you to the helicopters as well, I know they can hear. And coming up, the third event, featuring this man right here, our adjudicator. They call him Nigel.